Welcome back to the Uprising Network. We are back with another episode. It's the Respect the Shooter podcast. It's your host, Barry.
Curve Gotti's here.
Curve Gotti is here. He's going by Curve Gotti this episode. All right. All right, so, man, as usual, we're going to get back and talk to some rap nerd shit, man, which is really the highlight of, like, I don't have to worry about, like, editing and producing people on the show. Like, I could set the camera up and we could just shoot the shit about some rap shit.
Yes,
We're not going to talk about the hot topics. Y'all can go to these other podcasts for that. We're just going to talk about the shit we want to talk about.
So if you're listening now, we're going to skip over Soulja Boy. We're not going to talk about the Super Bowl. And whatever else y'all fake care about.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the Fire Festival.
Yep, no Kamala. We are going to give it the next show, though. We're going to have our Fire Festival shirts.
Oh, yeah. I ordered mine. You ordered yours?
I did, because I wanted.
And I saw Dirt Label would drop one, too.
Like that?
No, it's a different one.
Okay, I was about to, I didn't know.
It's similar to that, but it got Billy on it, and it got 50 Cent at the bottom of it.
No, I need that one.
You need that one.
I need that.
We ordered one.
It had the guy that was sucking dick
in the tent.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, it's a meme. Even though we're not supposed to talk
Yeah.
about this, it's a meme. The dude for the bottles,
the
the
dude
for the
for the
bottles.
water.
It's a meme. It's like that's how Biggie looked when your girl with his girl looked so good.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So, yeah.
All right, so this episode we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the best sophomore albums that we enjoyed. There's plenty of them. I'm sure we're going to miss a few, but just a few. We're going to name a handful of them each and then really go into detail of why we enjoy them so much.
And because we know y'all watch and y'all care, everything that we forget to say, all your favorite albums, put them underneath. In the comments, be gracious. Just drop them in there.
There you go. All right, so without further ado, you want to go first or you want to start?
House rules, man.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start. So the first one that really came to my mind was the trap music album. From the man T.I.P. coming live from the VIP. Now, so with the first album, with the I'm Serious album, I had got that on bootleg. I was in high school at the time when it came out.
Yeah, me too.
And it was cool, but it wasn't really for me. It was a lot of down south beats, a lot of tune beats, a lot of... it was just
Pharrell on there.
Yeah, but it wasn't... It didn't feel like a Pharrell record, though. Or was that the Beanie Man song?
He had like two of Pharrell on there. What's Your Name? Pussy Popper #1 was Pharrell.
Okay, I think it was another song with Beanie Man.
And
I remember
Beanie
seeing
Man
that
was,
on Rap City.
The single. That was
the single. Well, Maya was it? No.
No, the Beanie Man.
Okay, it was Beanie Man. Okay, I'm mixing up the Maya and Beanie Man versus Maya and T.I. Yeah, but anyway, so when trap music dropped, I had the soul samples on there. He slowed down his cadence a little bit. He still had the flow and the southern drawl in his voice, which he don't really have anymore. He don't really have that no more. But
woke T.I.
He's woke now. Yeah, he's articulate now. Not to say he wasn't before, but he's been institutionalized since the trap music album.
So he has went away to college a couple times.
For sure. And I feel like top to bottom, I feel like trap music is his best project. That's my favorite one, along with... I mean, I love Urban Legend, which is his third album, and then I love the Paper Trail album as well.
I think King may be the best one.
People say that, but I don't like King like that.
But King, it's trap and King. I put trap music over King still.
King was like the glossier version of trap music.
King was hard. And maybe it's because I was...
Not to say that's bad, but
movie.
it's just a little more produced.
ATL may have made it more. It was
it was a moment. That was a moment.
It was.
I remember going to the movie.
What you know about that rings off.
For sure. Was Big Things popping on that too? Or was that on the T.I. versus T.I.P. album?
That was the T.I. versus
And then the Top Bag remixes on the King album.
That's when I thought I was young, bro. I thought I was young, Joe. I had them fruity colored polos. Damn.
Oh, man. Young Dro was really good at describing, like, decorations and colors and fruity swag. Like, not fruity swag in a, like, homosexual sense, but... Like the way of like watermelon this and coconut that like he had it. I don't know how, but that flow, and I ain't heard nobody use that flow since.
He had a Rover the same color as a pork and bean.
It's no more pork and bean.
It's no more descriptive than that.
He had a rover the same color as a pork and beans.
It's an ill ass. Nigga, man. I rock with Dro.
Hey, and Dro's album was kind of
the long way. Has Dro's. I rock with Dro the long way.
I feel like Dro's not one of those people that didn't reach his potential.
He didn't, but it's because of drugs. But that's a.
Drugs,
but he keeps a hit though.
He for sure keeps a hit. I would not be surprised if Young Yo drop a hit in 2019 for sure. He keeps one.
Because I thought, was it his last one? I thought Nitty was gonna take a chance to come back.
Fuck that bitch.
No, not FDB. He had the roof.
Car ain't got no roof. Yeah. Oh, he was snapping on that second verse. That nigga lost his mind on that second verse.
In the city. And I thought Nitty was about it because Nitty did the beat. So I was like, Young Jock better jump on this. Yeah. Young Jock just permed his hair. Now it's blue.
Young Jock was like a diet version of a wannabe Jeezy. Like a diet version of a wannabe Jeezy. Like you listen to the context of what he was talking about. Like meet me at the coffee house. Like they do it.
That's because he tried to do it again. Remember you met him in the trap
because it's going down. Like I didn't.
And then he was like, "All them songs worked. I'm gonna do them again. Let's change this."
Oh my God, Young Jock. Young Jock had a moment too. I would look if Bow Wow, Soulja Boy, and if Young Jock was on that tour, I would not be surprised because he had a handful of songs. He had a handful.
I would.
And with features as well on the T-Pain song. He had a little feature on the was it Bartender? Buy Me a Drink. Buy Me a Drink.
Snap.
Yeah. Young Jock had a moment. He had a solid summer for sure.
Yeah.
So what's one of your first choices?
So I forgot about it, man. We Are the Streets from the Lox. It started off strong. It was a great album.
Hot take.
You about to kill the Lox?
All the Lox albums are whack.
No, that's their last good one. I'm not gonna take that.
All the Lox albums are whack.
Explain. Let's go. Let's go.
As a whole, they all have individual shining moments, but all the Lox albums are dumpster bin records.
Oh my gosh! So you didn't like
Jada always signs. No, I don't. I feel like they forced it. I feel like they tried too hard to show that they wasn't shiny suit bad boy artists.
That hurts.
Especially with the skits and stuff like that. And they couldn't say his name. So they would be like subliminal. Like everybody knew who he was talking about, but they couldn't say his name. Someone in the contract or some shit like that.
Jay Jerkin niggas. This skits was classic, man.
The skits are classic, but I feel like all Lox albums are whack, bro. Like,
I like the first one, despite how they felt about the first one. I had liked the first one.
Money, Power, Respect. The single, Ride or Die Chick. That's from the was Ride or Die Chick Bad Boy or that the rough one? I think that was rough.
So we got.
But hold on, that first album, I couldn't take it seriously because of If You Think I'm Jiggy, which is by far one of the worst songs ever written in hip hop.
Kids.
Terrible. That is a terrible fucking record. And Jada, I'm sure Jada want to act like that song never happened.
I want to see him performing. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be rapping that joke to girls. I'd be on the phone rapping them. You thought girl let me know.
No, that shit is so trash.
We were kids.
Oh, man. No. But even back then, I knew that shit was trash.
I haven't listened to it. You know what I'm saying? I would treat that like a Nas album. I have not listened.
All the Nas albums are trash, bro.
Well, yeah, that's mine. I enjoyed We Are the Streets. My standouts on We Are the Streets are Fuck You. While
I was a moment.
While I Recognize, Premier shined on that, and there's a couple more. Man, but we only talking about them albums.
Okay.
So you didn't like it? Okay.
I'm not really feeling it. I can understand why you would say that, but I respect Lox totally.
Yeah, okay.
Totally.
So you want to talk about Kiss now? As far as do you add Kiss to the people who didn't reach
their potential? No, I feel like Kiss did.
You did?
Yeah. And it's only because after 20, let's just say rounded off 25 years, I've never heard a whack verse from Jada.
How many good albums has Jada had?
Jada's only had 4 albums, but his first album is his best out of all of them.
Okay.
It was too long, but it was his best.
Okay. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I think his albums are trash.
I feel like
outside of the first.
He tries too hard on his album. Tries too hard to appease everybody. Everybody know he a rapping ass nigga for sure. But he tries too hard to be like, all right, I'm gonna do something for the ladies. If you go back to his other album, later albums, a song like with OJ the Jew Man, like he like clap your hands, like shit like that. Like why you make songs like that?
I think so. I blame Kiss for the Freddie vs. Jason album as being not as good as it should have been. So on Freddie vs. Jason, so we were excited about Kiss and Fab coming together.
My issue is it took too long.
Outside it took too long, yes, but like if it was Kiss and Fab on Soul Tape beats, that's the album we wanted. Instead of having them like, because Kiss can't pick a hook to save his life.
No, Fab can't either though.
Fab get lucky because he get the R&B girls.
Yeah, he has other people come in and do it.
He know his formula.
Yeah,
but like anytime they get whatever that nigga name is who be singing but can't really sing. Future? Like it ain't Future. It'd be like it's like a nigga name like. It's just like a name. It'd be like
I know what you mean.
It'd be like featuring Chad or featuring Sean. It'd just be like
Mike Shorey.
Like why is y'all and it'd just be like a name.
A nigga that just be hanging in D Block Studios like, yo, come on, man. Yeah. So I feel you. I felt like that Freddie vs. Jason album. That shit took 2 years, and it felt like they were just like emailing each other. Like, all right, I did this joint. They sent me some beats. I did a verse on it. Fab, you get on it, and vice versa. But nah. My next pick is Late Registration. Kanye fucking West, who is a fucking genius. No matter what he's going through right now, I feel like that is his best album, top to bottom. People wanna you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with any of it. If you say any of his albums, I'm not gonna debate you. But his first 5. Classic. Even the 808s, people like the
I never listened
side out 808s.
That's me. The side out it.
That's the birth of this era right now.
So
I don't know if that's taking a leave it was saying that, but he's fathered this whole style in this era.
It's toxic, man.
But Late Registration, top to bottom, I feel like lyrically his best project. With the production, he had like all of his albums don't sound the same. None of his albums sound the same. And with this one, he brought in a lot of like orchestras and more live instrumentation, and it was just his best produced work. But then you got the features from your boy Nas on there, your boy Game on there, and then you had like Drive Slow and the Diamonds remix. Like it's a flawless album.
What's your standout on there though?
It's got to be Diamonds remix.
Okay, so nothing to do with Kanye.
Yeah, with Kanye.
What's the Kanye standout on there?
Kanye standout is probably Touch the Sky.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. What you got to say? You like the?
We got a studio
like
audience right now. And that's a Just Blaze production, by the way.
I'm not here.
Oh, you know who we forgot too? Since you said Touch the Sky, Lupe.
Ooh, Lupe, that is a good choice because I feel like this is another hot take. Food and Liquor is the most overrated album of this millennium. By far.
Run that back. I know you got to cut this up.
Food and Liquor is the most overrated album of this millennium. Nobody has proved me different. Why is it the best album? When people stan this album. If you go down the track list, there is like, as he's pulling up the track list, I want people to go back themselves. And the Cool is exactly what the Food and Liquor album was supposed to be.
Man. That was my joint. So track list, we got Real, which is the Sarah featuring Sarah Green. He kept her.
It's a skip.
He kept her with the work.
It's a skip.
Just Might Be Okay.
Just Might Be Okay. It's cool.
Kick Push.
It's cool for what it was.
You Know I Gotcha. Instrumental.
I don't remember that one right now.
He Say, She Say.
That was okay.
Sunshine.
Sunshine is probably the best song on the album.
No, I'm going to go Daydream. Daydream
The
Cool
with
Jill
might
Scott.
be Cool might be the best song on the album.
Cool, is this the coolest nigga what? Or that was on the second album?
I think that was the second album version.
Yeah, Hurt Me So.
Skip.
You have Pressure
Skip,
with Jay-Z.
skip. That's a major skip.
American Terrorist.
Skip.
The Emperor soundtrack.
Skip.
Kick Push 2.
Skip.
And then the outro.
Skip. I feel like Shannon Sharp right now, nigga. Like, skip, nigga. Skip. Woo. As the most overrated album of this millennium by far. By far. I would like to have a debate with anybody if you want to do. You know, you could reach me
in the comments. Reach me in the comments.
Like anywhere, like it's the most overrated. And Lupe don't even. Has Lupe even said that's his best album? No, he would say The Cool is his best album. And The Cool, that's why we're talking about it now. Nobody ever talks about Food and Liquor as the best debut albums. I've never heard nobody bring that up.
No.
Because it's the most overrated. So The Cool, there's so many songs on there. Like, it's not really that many skips. I could listen to that all the way through, even though it's super long. It was like 20 songs on there.
It was a different time back then, man. Like, albums.
And that's an album.
Albums was like stupid long. Let's see on this Cool. Oh, shit. Wrong Cool, guys. Lupe's I pressed the song. Yeah. It was about to be all bad. Baba says for Cool, Free Chili.
Go Gadget Flow, yes.
The coolest, yes. Cool is one of my favorites.
Superstar, fuck with that.
Paris, Tokyo,
for sure.
High Definition.
High Definition is shaky, but I could do it. Go Watch is cool. Hip Hop Saved My Life. Come on now. If you went to a Lupe concert, that's probably the song that you would be upset if he didn't perform.
Intruder Alert.
That's okay. That's okay.
Streets on Fire. I'll go past what people care about. Dumb It Down.
Oh, for sure, Dumb It Down. For sure.
Fighters was good too, wasn't it?
The whole album was pretty good. Go Baby was okay. I feel like he was trying to get in his Andre 3000 bag with that.
Yeah, we didn't forget you, Lupe, as a good sophomore album.
Yeah, great sophomore album for sure. I'd probably pay like $23.99 for that album.
Yeah, that was like FYE.
Yeah. I definitely paid for that. That was money well spent too at the time. So I think it.
What, my turn?
Yeah.
Low Hanging Fruit. Yeah, it's Midnight Marauders. What you gonna say about that? Let's see. You ain't like Midnight Marauders?
It's not a memorable album for me.
Oh man, Barry is killing it tonight.
That's my favorite one.
Barry is killing it tonight. Go, you gotta jump in there. You know what I'm saying? The streets are gonna like Midnight Marauders.
I understand.
You have to go to the audience now.
I understand the impact of a Tribe Called Quest.
Oh man,
I understand how much of a impact that they made. I respect everything about them, the sound that they brought to the table. I thoroughly enjoy their coffee shop rap music. But it's not. It just doesn't resonate with me. It just doesn't. I understand what they bring to the culture, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me.
You can talk from the.
We got an audience member.
Sucking Niggas is the greatest song of all time. If you want to talk.
Okay, never mind. We don't need them.
It's greatest song.
So Midnight Marauders, right? So Award Tour is on there.
I like that.
Sucking Niggas on there.
Electric Relaxation is on there.
Yeah. Oh My God is on there. Lyrics to Go is on there.
But how many songs you skipping right now, though?
This is a fortunate album.
He's skipping like every other song.
No.
I'm looking at the track as he's scrolling. He's skipping every other song. Naming songs.
Midnight Marauders Tour. Steve Biko. Stir It Up. Award Tour. 8 Million Stories. Suck It Nigga. Midnight. We Can Get Down. Electric Relaxation. Clap Your Hands. Oh My God. Keep It Rolling. The Chase. Part 2. Lyrics to Go. God Lives Through.
It's a cool album. It's a good album.
At Barry _TUN.
At Barry.TUN. On
Is that underscore?
It's no underscore. It's a
Was
dot.
it? Did you change it?
It's always been a dot.
Oh, so you got Maul on this? You got Maul on this one? My bad. Whoever Barry _TUN, you gonna feel it, man.
Hey. Look, all right. So I'm gonna follow that Midnight Marauders album.
Oh man.
With Nasir Jones's "It Was Written." Now with Illmatic, I feel like it's a very black and white album. There isn't a lot of highs and lows. It's like a flat line. The whole album is a flat line to me. It's not a lot of. It's not colorful whatsoever. So when he came back with the track masters and came back with It Was Written and kicked it off with The Message. And he had the song with
Fake Thug No Love, CB4 Gusto.
CB4 Gusto. Fake Thug No Love.
I know.
You get the slug CB4 Gusto.
You look low.
Yeah.
I like that song. I like that song.
Yeah.
I like that song.
All right. He had what's the one with Lauryn Hill? If I Ruled the World with Lauryn Hill.
Just to stir the pot, just because Barry had just shit on Tribe Called Quest. Nas is great. I do enjoy Nas.
Yeah.
But this is a testament of Nas. Nas had a formula when making albums. He started off strong, so like 1 through 5 on It Was Written was great. That middle, that sandwich of the album, get a little gushy. It's like you don't know what the texture is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have thought it was chicken, but it was really fish.
We went through the track list maybe like last time you came over, maybe the time we recorded that.
It Was Written, I did that too?
Yeah, you did. And we had to really like shoot out, set up, and all that.
Mad, like, you got
affirmative action. He didn't like none of the songs.
I like affirmative action.
He didn't like Black Girl Lost. Who don't like Black Girl Lost?
Because it feel like it's like
that's not singing on the hook.
Oh, you want praise for that? Because I feel like you got to be really into like your army fatigue, cargo, your
woke bag.
Yeah. But no,
you're the only person I've ever heard that didn't like Black Girl Lost.
It just wasn't good though. I used to like it back in the day, but just as I grew up, I was like, man, this track really ain't. It ain't that. It ain't that.
I almost fucked up and said "Runaway Love," but that was ludicrous. I just feel like Nas would have made that song.
He did probably make something similar.
But I fuck with that album. I'd fuck with that album though. I'm not gonna take that away.
The Ludacris album?
No, It Was Written. Ludacris did have.
Yo, he did. We forgot about Word of Mouth. Or was it Chicken and Beer?
Chicken and Beer was
Chicken and Beer was the second.
Word of Mouth was first.
Right? It get tricky though.
Back for the first
time.
Oh, so yeah, Word of Mouth was second.
Word of Mouth might have been second. Let's check him out.
Man, Word of Mouth had Saturday on there.
That Theater of the Mind was Ludacris' best album.
That is by far his best album.
If we talking.
For sure. It had another Jay and Nas feature on there, which people always overlook.
That was one of their best.
People always overlook that song for some reason. Like they don't ever mention. They always mention Black Republican and Success.
Success was the one.
Success is for sure the one.
Yeah. So yeah, Back for the First Time. Word of Mouth was number 2. Luda, Roll Out.
Banger.
For sure.
Go to sleep.
Be tired, be quiet, and go to sleep.
So this is the lullaby that I sing to my kids at night. And my youngest son, when he be tripping at night.
Which album had the whole intro or the whole interlude?
That was the first.
That was a song. That was the first album.
That was the first album.
Cry Babies. I don't remember
that
one. She Said.
I do remember that. I do remember liking that.
Whowhere was a skit on there
yeah,
for area codes.
I think that's what.
Area
Codes is a banger.
R.I.P. to Nate Dogg.
And T-Dog.
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains for sure. Was Titty Boy on that one?
No. Fate Wilson. So this
must be their real names.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Which Ludacris album had the intro song? It was like do-do-doom. It was like the crazy drums before he started.
That was
rapping.
Chicken and Beer.
We had Keep It on the Hush. Oh, Saturday was a single too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Word of Mouth Freestyle. Don't remember that. I'm not gonna hold you up, Chris. Get the fuck back. I feel like I-20 was on there, so I almost said it like, get the fuck back.
That's how it sound. That's how it sound.
Almost said that. Cold Outside, Freaky Things.
Freaky Things.
Jagged Edge.
Freaky Things is a banger.
Wait,
was Move Bitch on there?
Yeah. No, that's
it was.
Yeah. Move Bitch was on there.
Yeah, so shout out to Ludacris, man. We can't forget. People always overlook Ludacris. I feel like Ludacris is is number one, the most underappreciated rapper in hip hop.
That nigga can rap.
He can.
Underappreciated.
What did he do to make this hit though? I feel like
all his features always been flawless.
But it was the acting part.
It was probably the acting, like how Will Smith, like everybody disregarded his whole rapper career beforehand, and even when he did like songs like Getting Jiggy With It, Miami, and all that, which is one of my favorite albums ever. It's probably the first CD I've ever owned.
This is crazy.
And y'all let this nigga tell y'all about
music, and you didn't like the.
This is your king.
He said. Really?
I swear I love that album, dog. I love that Big Willie style album, dog.
He didn't like.
But
if you think I'm jiggy,
no,
but you was getting jiggy with it.
Getting Jiggy With It is a banger. Who wrote it? Nas wrote it.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, we're getting jiggy with
That
it.
explains everything.
Yeah, the Men in Black theme song on there. Come on, now. The Big Willie Style was a banger, and I think what it was is at the time it was I was the age to starting to understand music when it came out, so I could appreciate it. So when you go back and listen to the Lox first album, I had to go back and listen to the Lox album. I'm like, this shit, and it didn't age that well at the time.
So
or if I go back to Midnight Marauders, I wasn't of age when it dropped, so I had to go back and listen. So when I go back and listen, it don't really connect with me.
Was I even born?
You wasn't born.
That's my shit.
There. I was out there though, so that's why I have a different connection with them albums because I think that was 7th grade when the first one came out.
First what?
The first Lox album.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Tribe. I'm like, damn, bro, you ain't that old. What the fuck?
I'm not for real. But man, okay. So so you getting jiggy with it though.
Hey, I love that album. I rapped the whole fucking album one day with her driving one day.
It's crazy, man.
I love that album.
No, he literally did rap the whole album.
Jamie Foxx on the interludes. Come on, man. It was timeless.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I guess I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's a few skippables.
Um,
But that getting jiggy with it.
Controversial here, you know what I'm saying? Bringing this to the table.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Nellyville.
Oh, Nellyville. We did go through the track list before we started filming. And Nellyville, he had some songs on there.
Nelly did it. He came back. And so the thing is with the sophomore albums, it's because it's important because most people just fall off after the first, and it's this thing called the sophomore jinx.
Yeah.
Nelly did not have the sophomore jinx.
He didn't. And he even carried on with that Sweatsuit album as well.
That double album was a big bang.
Now that's who really birthed Drake.
Nelly?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Sweatsuit was the first Scorpion. don't do Nelly. You gonna do Cornell like that? Very front on Cornell.
No, I'm not, but I can see it though.
That was the first Sweat and Suit. We gonna get after I read this Nellyville track list. We gonna get to Sweat and Suit.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know where Drake fell off at with the
Scorpion album where he went wrong.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So Nelly had
Dilemma.
we had Hot in Here. You know what I'm
Hot in Here
saying?
wasn't.
Hot in Here for sure.
Pimp Juice. Don't
Pimp
sleep
Juice.
on Pimp
Air
Juice.
Force Ones. Come on, man.
Air Force Ones.
Come on, man. I watched that video like 2 days ago. That shit still goes.
I did not have the money though.
I think Dilemma was the biggest hit on there though.
Dilemma for sure.
Nelly
With
and
Kelly.
Oh, don't
For
sleep
sure.
on number one either.
Oh, number one. Okay.
Number one. That was a little disc.
KRS-One. Dilemma was on there.
He was dissing KRS-One.
Yeah.
For what?
I'm tired of these niggas talking about what's real hip hop. Most of them niggas be the album flop.
Wow.
Some
I
magazines
was just
hot,
a young
magazines
kid
they not.
enjoying the beat. Who knew
You gotta
he was
watch the
talking about
Beat DVDs.
KRS-One. I did watch the Beat DVD.
That isn't the first one.
dissed them. Yeah, but yeah, shout out Cornell. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
know why the Rock the Mic remix is on there. As a rock stan, I hate it for one.
And we didn't find this out until tonight.
I didn't find out tonight that the Rock the Mic remix is on Nelly's album. Why?
It was 19 tracks on this.
19 tracks long, and I think it might have went there like 8 million. It might be Diamond by now.
Nelly was on.
Nelly did Diamond 2 times in a row,
Dirty Mo.
twice in a row. Shout out to
Dirty
Nelly.
Mo.
And Nelly came here when we were on vacation, and we were like feeling the way about that. Like we wanted to go see Nelly.
I would have put a bad.
I for sure would have went to go see Nelly. Nelly got some shit. The next album I want to bring up is the sophomore album from the Clips, Hell Hath No Fury. And like I said, this was between Laura Willing, and then you had the Got It For Cheap mixtapes, which are my favorite. Some of my favorite projects. 3 was a little shaky, but 1 and 2 solid by far. Very, very expert level, mastery level lyricism going on in those songs. And I actually miss Malice. Like, why Malice can't do shit now? Like, why he's still rapping? Excuse me, no Malice. He's rapping. Why do you feel like he can't do songs with Push now?
Because of the content.
There can be a Sweatsuit version of the Clips.
And he but like Pusha has to travel to get his money really.
They ain't gotta do shows.
That's where the he just feel like he can't do it. You read the book, right? You ever read the book?
Whose book?
No Malice. Gene Thornton's book. Read Gene's book.
Say it as a real name. Yeah, Jeans.
Read
No.
Gene's book.
No, I haven't. I saw his documentary.
Read my man Gene book. Read Gene book. and you like.
But what does it say? Like, what?
It's just about everything he went through. Like, you know, he's spirit. Like he's a spiritual man. But it just was like it's his story of everything. And so like the music, because like even with his like gospel music, so to speak, now like he's not putting it out like that. He's just putting certain things.
But he is putting it out.
But I mean, like he's not like it's not as. I don't know. It just feels different from there
because it's not the drug dealer that we're used to.
But truthfully, he wasn't even talking drug dealing that much.
He was
not as much as on the album. Like if he always had the medicine and the candy on every Clips album.
But a lot of
even on what was that? I can't think of the song, but he was like, if he had money on the intro to the first one, I believe. He said, "Tell my brother Terrence I love you so. If I had money, would you never sell blow?"
You go?
I gotta go put JoJo to sleep.
Oh, okay.
But I gotta go fast.
Go ahead, get in there.
And then I'm gonna be back.
Be viral. Go ahead, be viral.
Right?
Yeah, so
what? I just don't understand.
He always had it. Like it was packaged in.
So if it was always there, why? I still don't understand why they can't do music together. It ain't got to be an album.
It's shit out. It's more just like I think it's more like just temptation. It's just like him.
But it's his brother though. And Push ain't got to do. I'm sure Push can do. He don't have to talk about drugs and making music with his brother. It can be about whatever.
But they still talk. He married them.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and then Push performed songs at his wedding, not at No Malice wedding.
At Jeans.
At his own wedding. Like, so it's like you still support your brother clearly.
Yeah.
But I just don't get why they can't
like watch battle rap and everything. So
if he watching battle rap, but he can't do songs with his brother, that's crazy.
I don't know, man. Because in the book he ain't say it. Cause I think the book was after Till the Casket Drop. But I think truthfully, it'll probably end up being like some business stuff. Just because we don't know really like what the Clips.
He could have.
The Clips business, like what type of contracts they was in. Cause you gotta think about it.
Oh, as a group, they might not be able to put music out.
I'm sure I'm sure it's that because it's not like he's not rapping at all,
right?
And they could make stuff, and so that's why they still.
But why it can't be like a feature on Push's album or something like that?
But that's why Push should be flirting with the idea.
Or an intro or some sort of way like them together. Like it just don't make sense to me.
Gene, hit us up, Gene.
It just does not make sense to me that he does nothing with Push.
I don't have an argument for your good points, man. I don't have an argument for your good points. You bring up valid strong point, and we only can ask Gene.
We gotta ask Gene, bro. We gotta find out whatever congregation he's a part of, and see what was it about the industry that turned him away.
Like in the book, he says it.
Like temptation and being unfaithful to his wife, and then all of his people getting locked up for the drug shit around that time as well. Like, I understand it, but at this point,
I feel like they can make a song.
They can make a song together. Something. So Hell Hath No Fury for various reasons, and they consider that as their best album as well. Push always says that Hell Hath No Fury is his best album because he said in that whole album he was emulating Big's Life After Death with that album. So everything that you hear, a lot of the styles and flows, if you play them both together, he's copying like color by numbers of what Biggie did on Life After Death.
And now Life After Death. Now that you mentioned it.
Wow, good segue.
Life After Death, man. There's nothing to say about it, really, man. Like,
it's nothing. Man. It's just, it's in a class by itself.
I was just like texting last week. We were talking about like storytelling. Like they were talking about like the best songs ever. Mm-hmm. And I think, like people, like when you in your favorites, you have your favorites, and so like they were saying the names, and they were talking about like Rewind. I think it's like one of the best like performance type of songs. So when they say Rewind,
what you say?
I ain't saying I gave him that for what it was.
Okay.
It was backwards. But like visually, I would prefer.
Storytelling?
No. It was like when I think about Rewind, I think about it was the video that they did everything backwards.
Far Side?
Yeah. for my brain.
Passing Me By?
No, it was I forget what song, but when Farside did that video, that's automatically what I think about with Rewind.
You sure it's not Passing Me By?
Maybe. It gotta be. But when I think of that, but I give him a Rewind.
I wanna redo that for somebody's video too.
And it was a couple. It was like a couple other songs, and I was like, "You forgot Big," because he was 3 people in the song.
Which one? Somebody Gotta Die?
Mm-hmm. Like it's
I feel like most of the songs on that album were stories though.
But he it was the story, but like he was rapping as like the 3, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, and when my cousin told me that in like 97, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like your brain exploded because it was just like, dang, like, and it's like concise and tight, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like
the thing that blows my mind the most about Tupac and Biggie is how young they were. They were 24 and 25 years old.
Yeah, man.
And making the type of music, especially Big's lyricism. I always say Pac wasn't the best lyricist, but his impact and his basically his social impact, they were not done. They were just scratching the surface. Just scratching. And Pac had like 10 albums by the time he was 25. But at least recorded at least anyway. So ain't no telling he was 40 and would have been in Tyler Perry movies by now. Like what the fuck, what kind of albums would he been doing?
Why you do Pac? They did say he would have beat up Jill Scott if he was still alive.
So they were just scratching the surface, and Big was 24 years old with Life After Death, and I see these 25-year-olds now, and I don't want to compare, but goddamn,
the ill part though, right? Because you know it wasn't like now. So truthfully, most of that album was made at 23.
There you go. Yeah, because it takes time for the album to come out and
he had
it and market it. He died before the album came out, so the album was long done before the shit came out. Even though the album came out like maybe a week later or something like that, 2 weeks later.
That was freaky, bro.
Yeah. So,
like, as far as a rollout goes,
hey,
that was crazy because he died on the 9th and the album came out like the 20-something.
Yeah.
It was like 2 weeks after. Crazy, bro.
Crazy. And it wasn't because he died that the album blew up and it was considered a classic. No. That shit was a classic before he even died.
He and Big put out the best double album
by far,
like double rap album.
By far. The other hot take.
What you got?
Busy Bone body Big on Notorious Thugs.
He should have though. I don't think nobody would argue that.
No, people do. People do.
I wouldn't argue that because the Biggie rapping that way.
But just when I say
Biggie showing the versatility was the
but me saying that, people are like, oh hell no.
He should have, but Busy was
Busy was the star of the group.
Even though nobody could know, we didn't know what he was saying.
No, but actually, you go back and listen. He is rapping on that shit.
Spit it then. Spit it. Go.
He is I can't do it like Busy though.
Go.
I can't do it like Busy, but people like, man, he stepped into Bone's whole arena and he gave them their flow and he killed them. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Big
no, he didn't.
That shit off though.
He set the shit off. He set the shit the fuck off for sure. But he didn't kill the shit like people say he did.
Dangerous, can't you hang with us straight up? We know Angel does. And I think, but really, everybody only knows Biggie, so that's why you can't say anybody else killed him.
Yeah, I can't recite the other verses without the actual song playing or without the beat playing.
That's the hole in your argument.
That is the whole in the argument.
So,
but playing it and listening to it, like, damn, dang, this nigga really killed Big on this shit.
No. Facts don't matter.
Okay, well, maybe it's not that hot then. I don't know. Maybe my take ain't that hot. So, that's really the only albums that I got that I could think of.
Well, I snuck one more in there, I think, because I was, like, trying to find something. So, I had Trap Music, too. It Was Written on there, too. Yeah, that was it. We talked, like, Registration, Life After Death, Nellyville.
Greatest rapper of all time did come with Volume 1. I want to but I want to mention him as well. But the thing about Volume 1, I love the album outside of 2 songs on it. It's only 2 songs, maybe 3 that are skippable on it. But and so with that said, like when you go back and listen to
we ain't want to be too biased.
Too biased as well. But if you listen to like these albums, most of these albums have at least two songs that you can skip on there. But with Volume 1, with songs like Sunshine, which really isn't that bad, if he didn't do a video for it, it probably wouldn't be.
The video blemished it.
The video blemished it for sure.
Jay came on hard on that. We gonna put it on there, F it, bro.
Yeah, Volume 1 is definitely on there. I didn't like the song with Lil Kim.
No,
I didn't like that one, and I didn't like
chasing the bad boy
for sure. He admitted that, and They even miss that all the time. And I didn't like the song with Blackstreet on it.
I didn't
like that shit. So there's only 2 skippables on there. Other than that, you had the intro, you had Friend to Foe, you had Where I'm From, you had Who You With, you had Million One. Well, that's part of the intro, but you had.
So we did have. We skipped City Is Mine. I know what girls like. Was a skip. But then you get into the shits. We got Imaginary Players.
Streets is watching.
Friend of Foe. Lucky Me. Always Be My Sunshine. Which wasn't a bad record.
It's not a bad record.
Terrible video.
Why is Foxy Brown? Oh, Foxy Brown is on that.
Yeah. Who You With?
Who You With for sure.
And that was, what was that random movie that was on?
Nutty Professor.
No. Not Who You With was like a random, just like black movie.
Might have been like Sprung or some shit.
Yep, that's what it was. It was a random movie you wouldn't watch again.
Yeah, or Booty Call soundtrack or some shit. Something like that.
One of the two.
Look
that up. Face Off.
That's fire.
Sauce Money's going crazy on that. Real Niggas Were Too Short. Rap Game Remind Me of the Crack Game. Then Where I'm From and You Must Love Me. With Kelly Price was on that.
Yeah. It's only 2 skips on there. One with Lil Kim and the Blackstreet song.
But it was Prophecy on that song, so you kind of got to keep it. City Is Mine.
To be honest, I've never listened to the song long enough to really understand what he's talking about.
In hindsight, just read the lyrics and go to that website that lets you annotate lyrics. We won't say it. Okay. Well, the website is theuprising.tv. And
okay. All right.
It's a lyric, but it was probably one of my friends said that the prophecy about that song, because I didn't care for it that much, but I went back and I was like, damn, it was. But I think
that's a lot of Jay songs though.
I think his best prophecy comes from the
Diamond
Hova
remix.
Songs. No, the Hova songs.
Hova songs.
H to the Izzo? To the
No, on Volume 3. On the Hova song outro was Get Your CDs Out, Let's Go Song for Song. I'm the illest nigga doing it till y'all can prove me wrong.
Oh man, it's been a long time since
we're gonna play him. We're gonna play him. But man, what you got to say?
So that wraps it up for me. I can't really think of any more sophomore albums where.
Let us know what we missed, because it's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Man. So to kind of go back to what we talked about. We talked about trap music, Late Registration. It was written. Hell After No Fury, Midnight Marauders,
Life
After Death, Volume 1. And that might have been
Nellyville.
We talked about Nellyville. We talked about Word of Mouth. We talked
Luda.
We talked about a good solid 10 albums. So if we
the Fugees?
And that's the one we gonna make a playlist for this one.
We might have to make a playlist.
Make a playlist.
Can I do an honorable mention?
Go.
That is the honorable mention.
Eminem.
Yo, why did we fuck Eminem? We forgot about Eminem.
Album, right?
No. Eminem show is
Marshall Mathers.
Marshall Mathers was the second.
Marshall Mathers and Eminem show was good.
Eminem show was his best last album. But how the fuck we forget about Marshall Mathers LP? How the fuck do we forget about that?
Sorry,
salute to Eminem. We forgot about that.
That was a good album. Not
great
just
fucking
bangers,
album.
it was just good. Too.
It was just. But going back, and I thought about this as well. Now that I'm a parent,
we gotta make
the terrible music for children.
I can totally understand why parents did not want their children to listen to Eminem. He's got all kind of racial slurs outside of dissing black people, because he was all around black people. Then you got like gay slurs. You have you killing your wife. You beating up drug references. It's just.
It's terrible.
Like the content is terrible. When Spotify did the whole that they was getting rid of R. Kelly, R. Kelly because of his content and all that, they could have did the same thing for Eminem too. They could have wiped Eminem's whole shit off. because every album is him just, especially the first one. The first one was probably the worst.
His albums was wild.
Wild albums.
Slim Shady LP was literally like demonic. Demonic.
I can understand
Y'all
why,
talking
but
about 50?
I hate the Massacre.
Yeah, he didn't have a good sophomore.
He fell off after Rich Not Trying. But maybe Get Rich Not Trying may be considered the sophomore album.
We reaching though. We ain't gonna reach for that. Because that means Ludacris had, or you gotta readjust the rules for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I hear you. But some Marshall Mathers LP, that's a little honorable mention.
That Fuji,
and
it ain't even honorable. We just ain't.
Yeah, we ain't got a number on it. Because
part of the reason, because we can't even talk about half the stuff he said right now in this climate.
Yeah, you can't.
Because we love women and black women and all that.
I did play that recently too. I think when that Surprise album dropped and then Criminal came on, I was like, damn. Like, how the fuck?
Yeah, crazy, man.
Damn.
And that Fuji album was it too.
Fuji album was it for sure. Kendrick?
What was that? Good Kid?
Good. Well,
was that
but that's when you.
I look at that as his first album.
Was that To Pimp a Butterfly?
I didn't like To Pimp a Butterfly.
It was a good one.
I didn't like it.
Man City was the second one, right?
I think To Pimp a Butterfly is just Goody Mob Soul Food, and I prefer Goody Mob Soul Food over To Pimp a Butterfly. The content is the same.
Who's that?
ATLians?
Y'all missing some.
I said, remember, we can't
name everything. We can't name everything, man.
Back.
No, we gonna make a playlist. We just gonna make a playlist, and that's it, man.
That's it. Like we can go on forever about this. Like it's definitely quite a few that we missed. We just off the top now. We just missed. We missed Eminem from the.
For the record, off of the camera. She didn't even think we was gonna have nothing to talk about because we was only talking about the sophomore album.
Yeah, and I think we knocking at
37 minutes.
We have 45 minutes. We have 45 minutes right now.
Yeah, so shout out to
our studio audience.
Thank you.
Shout out to the sophomore album.
Sophomore albums,
and again, just like we supposed to be wrapping up for the last 2 minutes, and we just dropped like 4 albums in there. Drop them in the comments, dog.
Yeah, let's interact, man. Engage. I know I'm definitely, when I cut this up and put the hot takes on there, so people will be like, what? Like with the Method Man shit. And I believe that. Method Man is still the most overrated of Wu-Tang.
Guess who ain't gonna have no sophomore album, though? He ain't making this list.
Ghostface could have, though. But, hey.
How they follow?
You can follow the network, the Uprising.tv, on all social medias. I don't really use it on Twitter as much, but on Instagram is there. You could just hit the website. That is the actual website. Subscribe, share, like, comment, tell a friend, and tell that friend to tell a friend. There's so much original content on there, so much more to come. You can follow me I'm on Twitter at Reason313. I'm on Twitter as the Uprising.tv as well. And that's that. Marcus?
That's it, man. Follow me. You don't gotta follow me. Follow the Uprising.tv. Don't follow
the Uprising.tv. I'm gonna put that at the bottom too. I'm gonna put it in there so you can click it. It goes straight there. It goes straight there. So continue watching. And this was fun. This was fun, man. Ain't this more fun than listening to the hot takes from the same fucking podcast every fucking week? It's the same shit, the same hot topics, hot topics that. Let's talk about some shit, man, that everybody else ain't talking about. It's the Respect the Shooter podcast, man. Thank you.